minutes, I'd be tapped out. No, I can see them. The gala with the blue jewels. I followed her gaze and saw a group of gala standing to one side, not participating in the attack. I could almost swear that parts of them were glowing blue. We hadn't known each other long. Haidee and I had met Odessa and her guardians only a few hours before, discovered that Haidee's twin sister, the girl Haidee had believed was killed at the breaking years ago, had been alive all this time. It had been a tearful reunion. It could wind up being a short-lived reunion, too. "What are you doing?" Haidee shrieked, but I paid her no attention, planting myself in front of the portal and unloading on any gala that came too close, while also trying not to panic, blast at everything, and exhaust myself in the process. Lan moved to stand beside me. Her broadsword didn't have any range, but she was an army all on her own, cutting down shadows. I only had time to nod my thanks before shooting again, and she returned one of her own as she stabbed through a creature's head. Noelle had retreated to a defensive position by the girls, singling out any gala that drew too near. We knew what would happen if they succeeded in fighting past us. I had family out here. If these bastards got through. Another wave of patterns seared the air. It slammed against the edges of the glittering portal. With a loud screeching sound, like the harsh scrape of metal against metal, the gateway began to shrink, so quickly we could only watch. Within seconds, it was gone, and the great abyss and its rabid minions along with it. All that was left was familiar territory, the wide expanse of sandhills I'd seen almost every waking moment of my life, and the shining air domes of the Golden City a few miles away. I did it! Though short of breath, Haidee sounded pleased with herself, the incanta fading from her eyes. I remembered the goddess Nyx wrote about this in her journal. She talked about channeling all the gates at once to open the gate of life. She brought a bird back from the dead that way, but she also believed it could be used for other kinds of creation spells. I didn't know what she meant, but I realized that a portal was in itself a creation spell, technically speaking. So it should also work. Haidee, don't you Haidee me? And you, what possessed you, the both of you, to place yourselves in harm's way like that? You're good, but two people could not have lasted long against that horde. If I hadn't figured out a way to... Haidee. I was breathing hard, still on a terrifying high from, I don't know, avoiding getting eaten by moving shadows to start, and eager to ease my agitation the best way I knew how. Just shut up and come here. Haidee all but flew to my side, and I kissed her hard. Her eyes were still glittering when we finally broke apart. I would have been happy with a simple thank you, she said. Thank you. Satisfied that she wasn't hurt, I gave myself the once-over, checking to see if I was intact. Feet and legs, torso, head, both ears and eyes, nose and mouth, left arm, and right stump. Howler. Yep, all there. It's too hot out here, Odessa muttered, her eyes screwed nearly shut. Gently, Lan tugged her lover's hood up over her head to keep the sun's glare out of her eyes. Too hot and too bright. The Golden City was shining, and I realized that we were closer to it than I would have liked. Haidee had speculated that her mother, Latona, had emerged from the great abyss through a similar portal after the breaking, that it had dumped her here in much the same way it had us. Given our proximity now, she was probably right. Noelle flinched, shielding her eyes with a hand. I can barely see, the redhead announced, like she hadn't been expertly stabbing monsters only minutes before. What is this place? She bent down and scooped up a handful of sand, letting it trickle down her fingers, amazement crossing her features. Never seen sand before? I asked. Nothing as small and fine as this, and not everywhere. Her eyes narrowed as her gaze drifted downward before she, to my surprise, fell to her hands and knees and began to dig. What are you doing? Lan asked. This isn't sand I'm standing on. There's something buried here. The hole grew as she dug deeper, then made a startled sound. Parts of what appeared to be a statue. I shrugged. That's not unusual around here. The desert's reclaimed a lot of ruins over the years. But this one's different and very familiar.